So, Mr. Donnelly, you believe there is a mole, an informer for the terrorists within the WSB?
I believe that Kinley knew who it was. Now, I'd like to know what you think.
If I didn't consider it likely, I would deal with them directly.
He was your only secure contact, wasn't he?
You're a professional, Mr. Donnelly. You know the ropes.
It seems like we're going to be doing business after all. I have some further information for you. Only after I'm sure that you're the man I'm looking for.
Takes a brave man to try a bluff under these circumstances. But I believe you're being straight with me.
Thanks for taking the gun away. Always get a little edgy when those things are aimed at me.
One last question, Mr. Donnelly. Did you see the imposter, the one who called himself LeBlanc, when he met with Felicia Jones?
No, someone had already removed the body by the time I got there.
I can show you no identification, but I am certain that if you ask Mrs. Jones to describe the disguise the imposter had on his face, you will know I am the original LeBlanc.
Yeah.
Put the machine on automatic and come inside.
The purpose of this briefing is to reorient and move on to the next phase of our operations. You will all receive new identities and new objectives in the future. The reason for this change is that we now have evidence that Sean Donnelly, Felicia Jones, and Colton Shore have no idea that the music box is missing part of its original design. Obviously, they do not therefore have any idea where those parts may be found. Now, this information brings with it two consequences. First, we must research elsewhere for the information Frisco Jones uncovered that could endanger our operation. Second, the individuals that we have been following may possess no further importance to us. For that matter, they may, through their continuing meddling, create certain problems for us. They are therefore to be eliminated. Now, let me make one thing perfectly clear. Where Sean Donnelly, Felicia Jones, and Colton Shore are concerned, I will personally supervise their execution.
Ice cream was great, isn't it?
Maybe Sean's in Quebec.
No way.
Why?
He doesn't have time. He told Tiffany in one port that he was going to meet her in the next one. There's no way he could get to Canada and back in that short a time, I don't think.
Yes, but the C&L Bell gift shop is in Quebec.
Are you forgetting what C&L Bell stands for?
Mm-hmm. It's LeBlanc backwards.
Which means he could be anywhere.
Knowing everything that we need to know.
Sean's probably prying the information out of him right now, wherever he is.
You mind?
Not at all.
You said you didn't have any formal identification.
It's not always healthy in my profession.
Oh, that I can understand. I've traveled light many times myself. But you also said if I asked Felicia to describe the phony LeBlanc, the one that was killed outside the warehouse that...
And was given makeup to look like me.
Or you were made up to look like him.
Most men would die from such wounds as this, but not men like us, Sean Donnelly. You ask your friend Felicia Jones. The imposter had such a scar. And if she touched it, like you've now touched mine. You are no fool, Sean Donnelly. You know they had no way to know whether she had ever been with me. So they created their false LeBlanc.
Who was he?
Who knows? Who cares about expendable men? But you and I, we are not such men, Sean Donnelly. Perhaps we would not have been friends under other circumstances. But now, we must be the same as brothers. Because we have no choice but to recognize that our goals and our lives now depend upon our trust in one another.
You pointed one of your guns at me. I'm sure that my brother would have no fear if I pointed mine at him.
And I have none. I will die if at all with you. Because our common enemy, the traitor within the WSB, has now come to suspect that we are together. And they will kill us and your friends if they can.
Make certain everything works. Nothing must fail. Now, if he's left his girlfriend on that cruise ship, he's going to be calling Felicia Jones. We must know if he's spoken to the father. But we cannot risk anyone being eliminated unless we know that he's made that contact. Now, no harm must come to that Jones woman or Colton Shore. And no one must go near Sean Donnelly. We need to know where he's been first. Then they'll all die.
I need to know some things, Sean Donnelly.
Such as?
Tell me about Mrs. Jones and the music box.
There's really not too much to tell that you don't already know. But here goes. Fact number 1, I broke into Kinley's office at the WSB. That's where I ran into your name. And Felicia and I were profoundly interrogated soon afterwards.
By whom?
WSB, or at least most of them were WSB. They wanted to know what we knew, which was very little at the time.
And fact number 2?
Fact number 2, the phony you or the fake LeBlanc. Set Felicia up to pressure her for information about what Frisco might have sent her. He also had Frisco's wedding ring with him.
The ring. Where is it now?
I have it hidden.
And fact number 3?
Fact number 3 is the music box itself. You know, Kinley made it perfectly clear that Frisco sent that box to Washington. He may have been a lousy agent, but he was a man of big heart. Because I'm sure he was the one who made sure that it was sent to Felicia for her wedding anniversary.
And the 4th fact?
4th fact is just pure speculation and deduction. Suddenly everybody surfaced. I mean, the bad guys, the good guys. And as soon as she received that music box, she was everybody's target.
And do you know why?
No, I don't. Look, I tore this music box apart myself, and there is nothing in it.
How did you trace the music box to me?
Ran these initials through the computer, had a little instinct. I got lucky.
This is not the box as she received it.
Well, it's been in a fire. I mean, she
Dropped it, huh?
Yeah. I mean, of course she dropped it. She tripped coming down the stairs with it.
It's not all here. There is something missing.